welcome back to another video. So I told you guys earlier in the second video that I did today that if we saw new updates, if the House went and passed that 3.5 budget resolution bill, I would come back and I would fill you in on all the latest updates. Well, we do have an update. We have a major update. It is breaking news that yes, earlier today, the House of Representatives, they voted and passed the budget resolution bill. This means they can now move forward. With the passing of this bill, they also agreed that they will vote on the bipartisan infrastructure bill by September 27th. So yes, the House of Representatives is not looking at speeding things along, but at the same time, you got to keep this in mind, okay? Keep this in mind. The House of Representatives, they are not supposed to be back from their August recess, from their summer vacation until September 20th. So they're giving themselves 7 days, 1 week from the time they come back from recess in order to pass the bipartisan budget or the bipartisan infrastructure bill. But at the same time, according to Nancy Pelosi, she wants to pass that $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation bill by October 1st. But just to give you an idea, that $3.5 trillion bill is most likely going to decrease. It's going to happen very quickly. I want to explain why. Now, just to give you an idea how tight this vote actually was, it actually passed on party lines. This vote passed 220 to 212. This allows Democrats to move forward and write and approve the massive spending bill that they have been planning for months. And this can all be done without any Republican involvement whatsoever. Now, there is also attached to this vote, there was also a procedural vote that included a voting rights bill. And according to some, this is most likely going to pass very soon as well. We will most likely see this pass over the next week. Now, here's the big news. This is very important news. The passing of this procedural vote, moving forward with the budget reconciliation or the budget resolution bill with the reconciliation instructions. This is extremely important. However, here's the big news out that happened after the voting happened. Nancy Pelosi, she stated, and she said that it is her goal to pass a budget reconciliation bill that could also get through the Senate as well. Let that sink in. She doesn't just want to pass this budget reconciliation bill through the House. She wants to craft and pass a budget reconciliation bill that can also get through the Senate as well. Those are her words. So this means that we are now, or she is at least open to the idea of decreasing that $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill. That's that stimulus package, the American Families Plan. This includes things like 2 years of free community college, meals for all school-age children, free meals. This includes an extension of the child tax credit payments, the expansion of the Medicare system. This includes vision, dental, and hearing. This also includes lowering the age from 65 down to 60, right? Elder care, child care. There's a lot of stuff involved in this bill. But again, that was just a handful of it. This means we could see cuts to these different provisions. And again, the bill hasn't been written yet, but we could see cuts to each one of these pieces of legislation simply because Nancy Pelosi made the statement that yes, she wants to pass this bill in the House, but she also wants to craft and pass a bill that will pass through the Senate as well. That is critical because the Senate, there's 2 senators out of the 100, there's 2 senators that are, even though they're Democrats, even though they're part of the 50 that would essentially pass this bill, there are 2 senators, Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Kyrsten Sinema. Those 2 senators have said $3.5 trillion is too expensive. They will not vote for this. This means that they will have to come up with something different. Democrats, mainly progressives, this is Bernie Sanders. This is his doing. He put that $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation bill, the framework together, and got it approved by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and President Biden himself. So yes, they will have to go back to the drawing board because right now it is just too expensive. And remember earlier when I said that there's a good chance we're going to see a bill that is under $3 trillion? Well, it's looking highly likely at this point. Many experts believe after that statement that Nancy Pelosi made that yes, it is going to happen. But here's something else I want to bring to your attention. According to Representative Josh Gottheimer, he was one of the Democrats, the moderates in the House, that was opposed to passing the budget resolution bill. The agreement with the centrist Democrats made with party leaders, according to Representative Josh Gottheimer, he says, does what we set out to do. It secures a standalone bill for the bipartisan infrastructure bill. They want to send it to the president's desk and then separately consider the reconciliation package. That's the goal. But again, it remains unclear whether progressives are open to the idea of seeing the bipartisan bill pass first, or does the budget reconciliation bill must pass first, and then and only then would progressives even consider the passage of the bipartisan $1.2 trillion infrastructure package? We don't know. That's what's unclear. So we're going to get some updates over the next probably few days over the rest of this week. And as we do, I promise I will fill you in on those updates. I just wanted to give this to you because I think this is extremely important to understand not only the passage of this $3.5 trillion budget resolution bill, but what does this entail? What comes after this bill? That's where the statement from Nancy Pelosi and Representative Josh Gottheimer, that's where these are critical. Nancy Pelosi made a major statement that yes, she wants to not only craft and pass the bill through the House of Representatives, she wants to also find one and do something that the Senate will pass as well. And at $3.5 trillion, it's just not there. So the good news here is that this means we are going to get things done a little bit quicker. Even though the House of Representatives will not be back into Washington, well, they're still there. Okay, they will leave eventually, but then they'll come back on September 20th, which is almost in a month. Okay, almost in a month. What, 27 days? So it's a little while. But when they come back, hopefully they have the bipartisan infrastructure bill or the budget reconciliation bill. Hopefully that one is written. We know all the details of that bill. That would be great, right? If we get these leaked reports of what's included into that bill, that would be just spectacular. I would absolutely love that. But many economists right now worry that surges even more than we have been seeing lately. If when unemployment runs out, again, which is going to happen on September 6th, which is less than 2 weeks away, and the eviction moratorium, when this ends on October 3rd, we could be in a world of hurt. The American people could be suffering through more issues than they have been in the past. Consider this. In the past year, unemployment has always been a thing. It's always been a thing. We've always had unemployment benefits. State unemployment, the $300 per week boost. There's a small amount of time, right around August, September, October of last year. We didn't have that $300 per week boost for unemployment benefits. And when that boost expired, when that boost went away, we saw the economy really slow down. The economic growth went to a halt because we had no stimulus checks. We had no unemployment benefits of $300 per week. And a lot of people were struggling, right? But this is what experts are saying, that they are worried that once this happens, we're going to be in a world of hurt. Experts also recommend that any additional assistance that we can give the American people is needed at this time. They say it could be a stimulus check. Again, it doesn't matter the amount. At this time, it doesn't matter the amount. And I want to clarify this because I want people, you can bash me all you want, and I completely understand that, and I accept any criticism that you give me. Okay, and I use it to hopefully provide better updates and give you guys, whatever it is, right? Whatever you guys need. Here's the thing, though. At this time, according to experts, and again, I'm no expert. I'm just a guy on YouTube. But according to experts, the amount for the stimulus check doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at this time because all you want to see is lawmakers agree to support a fourth stimulus check. That's it. Whether it's $100, $250, $500,000, or $2,000, it doesn't matter. We just have to get lawmakers to agree to support a fourth stimulus check into the next package. If they can do that, then and only then will the discussions of, well, how much is enough? How much? According to some, $2,000 as a one-time payment would provide about 4 months worth of assistance. And 4 months worth of assistance is enough to get us through almost the winter months. Let's say this passes in September, we get checks in October. October, November, December, January. 4 months would get us almost through the winter. And then they say, let's reevaluate, let's get back to the drawing board and determine, are we still seeing cases increasing? If yes, then yes, we should probably see an additional stimulus. Are we still seeing the unemployment rate go up? Are people not going back to work? Are people still being let go because of cases and less people needed for these employers? If so, maybe additional stimulus, because we know the unemployment benefits are not coming back. They won't be extended. And did we ever see an eviction moratorium extension? If not, well, maybe let's provide a stimulus check to those that are absolutely hurting. So yes, the talks are still there, but they also say, let's extend mortgage and rental assistance. Let's push for more. Let's get more in there. Let's get more in there and make it where states have to give this money out. This is all that you have to get this money out in a set amount of time. Have to get it out. They also say more must be included for the elderly, for people on Social Security and Medicare. Let's provide more for Medicare. Let's really push this. Vision, dental, hearing, and lower the age. It's going to help out millions of additional people. But also, let's provide more for Social Security before the 2022 cost of living adjustment kicks in, because the American people need that money today. So that's what we're hearing. I just wanted to fill you in on this little update, because I know, and I promise you guys, if we heard more, I would share more. So that's exactly what I did. Again, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.